Do, do, do. What? Oh no. I'm accidentally on this channel. Oops. I didn't mean to broadcast on my side channel. Oh well. I'm here, I guess. Oops. Let's see. Taylor is over on YouNow. Alicia S. Stickman VS. And Evie says, I have been waiting for this since 4 p.m. I'm sorry. I was so excited to finally come by your live streams again. Thanks! Yeah, I'm a little late today because my mom was watching the Patriots game. I'm apparently not a real true Bostonian because I don't care. But yeah, so she was kind of out there screaming for the last however long the game's been on, so I was like, I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm going to be a little later tonight just because it would have been absolutely ridiculous if I was trying to talk with my mom going, ah, ah, every like 2 seconds. So yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm the worst. I'm not a true New Englander. I'm not a true Bostonian because the only reason I watch the Super Bowl is for halftime. That's the kind of person I am. That's usually what happens when you're a musician. You're not a sports person. So yeah, over on YouTube we have Jenna. Hey, thanks for being here again. DVDO7, The Fat Gamer, Nick Grosso, Andrew Harrell, Tashan Holloway, and Nicobe. Hello, everyone. Senior year has not been kind to me. I've missed so many live streams. It's fine. You're fine. Trust me. I only watch the Super Bowl for food. You know what? Yeah. I mean, it's usually... why can't I talk? It's usually like an excuse to order pizza or just some sort of fast food or... I don't know. But yeah. Alicia says, I'm here now. Hello. Sam says, hello. Where's your mom? My mom is out in the living room watching, I'm sure, the news coverage that they're just gonna keep hammering out now of the same footage of the Patriots being given the trophy and just reiterating that we're going to the Super Bowl again. I'm sure that's what she's out there watching on repeat. But yeah, and I feel like honestly, like mom was so stressed today over the game, and I'm just the worst person that I'm like, the Patriots are ridiculous. Like, New Englanders are so spoiled. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they just always end up winning in the last, like, 5 minutes of the game. So my mom was getting so upset out there, and I'm like, Ma, why are you getting so upset? I was like, I literally didn't even care because I was like, they're probably going to somehow win, and then they did. So it's just ridiculous. Super Bowl is for food, movie trailers, and halftime show. Yes, movie trailers and just the stupid commercials that they always put out. Which is kind of, it is apparently like the most watched thing ever, isn't it? So obviously a good place to get your advertisements in. Let's see. You kind of look like the actress Serena Fallio? I'll look her up. She's cute. Thanks. I'm trying to see what she's in. I feel like I've seen her in something before. But maybe not. No, I guess maybe I didn't. But thanks. Tired of New England already. No Super Bowl watching for me this year. I know, sorry, don't blame me. I don't know why we continually do that, but, you know. Um, I only watch the Super Bowl because we always have people over, and I like the atmosphere of that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of like Christmas. It's kind of like, um, just a reason to gather, I guess. Um, let's see. BRB ordering sushi. You do that. Who's gonna get Carl's hat? I don't know. I've been thinking probably Judith if they're gonna go that route. I mean, of, who's gonna, you know, be the next generation. Obviously, she's pretty much the only option left. That's actually, she's not even actually related to Rick, but you know what I mean. She's pretty much the only option left of a kid, except for Glenn's unborn baby. Which, is she ever gonna have the baby? Who knows? But yeah, so probably Judith, because I can't imagine them like leaving it on his grave or burying him with it. I mean, that seems a little too much. I mean, that's like you have to keep that. Like that's his thing. Like that's what he wore every day of his life, basically. So you got to keep that as a little memento or something. I don't know. Keep it as a thing to pass on. Let's see. Let's see. I think either Carl's buried with it or Rick or Judith gets it. Yeah. Because it was already Rick's hat anyway, though, so that just seems a little bit like, oh, I guess I'm getting it back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that. Why did I just sound like Miley again? I don't know about that, but, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm from France. I wish I could stay long, but I have classes today. Love your channel. Thank you. 123 Coolatine. Thank you. Bernie and Willie say hi there, my Walking Dead fam. Hey. Let's see. Super Bowl is the most watched thing ever and the best thing for trailers, in my opinion. Also, haven't talked to you since that debate on Carl we had ages ago. My first stream of yours I've watched. Why, thank you. I'm trying to think of the debate. I don't know if I'm trying to refresh my memory. Who will put Carl down? I am assuming it'll probably be Michonne, just because they made that pact back in episode 10, right, of season 6, so my ponytail is being annoying. But yeah. So probably Michonne, which will be horrible. Not looking forward to it. Let's see. Speaking of, I love how Maggie gave Enid Glenn's watch, and a few episodes later, Maggie has it again. Oh, there you go. Continuity. Who knows? Spot on Miley impression. Thanks. Yeah. People used to tell me all the time when I was younger that I talk a lot like her. It's mainly just because we both have very low voices to begin with. And, I had, like, vocal nodes when I was younger, because I was just singing incorrectly and singing music that didn't suit my voice. So, and my voice was, like, kind of raspy, low, and then, I don't know why, but sometimes I would end up talking a little nasal, and people are just like, you sound just like Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, great, thanks, but yeah. It helps when I do my singing impression of her, though. I feel like that's probably one of my most solid ones, because of that. But I am pissed that they killed off 2, but please don't stop reactions. I'm gonna see. I told you guys, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what sort of direction they're going in. I have to do my nails, man. Woo, they're a mess. I think I want to paint them black again. I literally have not painted my nails black since I got my tattoos, because for whatever reason I was like, oh, that'll be too much if I have black nails and like black ink on my hands. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah, I told you guys, I'm gonna see like what kind of vibes I get from the mid-season premiere episode. Seeing if I get any like vibes that aren't that bad. You know, like, okay, maybe this isn't gonna be a terrible second half of the season. Maybe I'm interested enough to see where it goes. Don't know. But I definitely am a little bit more excited for season 9 now that Angela Kang is in charge, so to say. So we'll see. I mean, and you see though, of course they decide to do that now. Like, right as people are threatening to stop watching because of Scott Gimple and everything, they're like, oh, guess what? Now we have a new showrunner for season 9. So this is going to make people who were saying that they would stop watching with season 8 to keep watching, you know, in a way to hold them over for season 9 and then to see how season 9 turns out. But I kind of want to stick to my guns and not watch. And then potentially come back for season 9. Just because I don't want to be a wishy-washy person and do exactly what everyone said, you know, like, oh no, don't worry, they'll threaten to not watch, but they'll be back and do everything, like, whatever, and I'm just kind of like, no, I'm gonna stay away. I'm not gonna come back. But yeah. I don't know if that's hipstery of me, but don't know. You are really underrated. Much love from a fan. That's from Perry. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Thanks. I cried when his bite was revealed. Yeah, y'all see my reaction? I cried too. I just couldn't believe they actually went there. And it's not a good, oh my god, I can't believe this. It was like a, what are you doing? What are you doing, Walking Dead? Your most recently uploaded video of the scene where Rick and Daryl were talking, we had a longish back and forth about Carl's death and his meaning. Okay, yeah, I remember. Well, hi. Thanks for joining the little party here. Let's see. I think we kill off Gimple. His character isn't working. But, let's see. Did you hear what happened with Melanie Martinez? Is this still the story that was from a while ago? Because yes, and I was like, like what the heck? I felt like so weird about it that I went and privated my video of my impressions of her, because I was like, because you know what I mean? Like, what can you do? Like when it's that sort of situation and everyone's saying, you know, everyone's saying she's canceled, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was whatever. I'm just kind of like, well, private. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't act like, it's a very strange line, you know, today. You know, as great as it is that people are coming forward, you know, with allegations, you have to really see, like, you know, it's terrible to say, like, wait for the proof to come out. But of course, you want to believe the victim, of course, believe the victim, but then also realize that there's a chance that more information could come out, etc., etc. So yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it's just weird, but it's just crazy today though, because, you know, anyone is fair game with this. Like anyone out there could have potentially done something that someone will eventually come out and decide to hold them accountable, you know, rightfully so. But it's just scary because it's like anyone, like anyone, like it's just scary to think that like someone you're a fan of could be the next person. Like it's sad. Um, I get so scared just thinking of certain people that I'm a fan of. I'm like, oh my God, like that would just be the most heartbreaking thing if something like that ever came out about blank, like whoever I'm a fan of, like you know what I mean? You think about how you handle that, like like it makes you feel stupid, like you know what I mean? Like I can't even imagine, like I feel like I would have to take back everything I ever said about that person, like everything positive I ever said, you know, and then your love for what they do, like if, you know, they're in Hollywood or whatever, you know, your love for their art and whatever just feels tainted, and it's sad that it has to be that way. Um, but it's kind of true, and it sucks to think that, you know, but um, I like your singing. Thank you. After listening to Mania in its entirety, I can safely say that your rendition of Hold Me Tight or Don't is my favorite. Thanks. Yeah, I listened. I didn't, well, I still haven't listened in its entirety. I previewed the album and then I listened to a few songs on YouTube. I have no words anymore, guys, for Fall Out Boy and their evolution, or rather de-evolution as I like to call it. Like, no offense. Like, I feel like I have the right to say this stuff because this band is literally a part of me now for the rest of my freaking life. So I feel like I have some right to kind of talk about this extension of myself, basically, which is part of what I'm saying too about, like, it's just annoying and scary to think that anything could come out about anyone, and I'm like, oh great. Um, but yeah, um, so yeah, that album, it's something, all right. I mean, it's a thing. I think it's kind of funny how um people are trying to say that this album is the new Folie à Deux because, oh, no one likes it. And I'm like, that's not what, that doesn't make it the new Folie à Deux. Like that's not why. The reason, I think the main reason you could draw comparisons between this and Foley is because they're both big stylistic changes, but also not really. Like, yeah, Foley was obviously different because of the stuff that they were what's the word, integrating, like, you know what I mean, they weren't like totally abandoning guitars and, you know, actual drums and stuff like that. You know, they weren't totally abandoning that, and they weren't you know, they still had like that Fall Out Boy like energy to it, and like that pop punk spirit a bit was definitely there on a lot of songs. And now it's just like so far removed from that it's just kind of like, eh. So that's why it's not really the same. Um, like, you have to take into consideration, like, the production value is just, what are they doing? Everything sounds like it was recorded in a tin can. I don't understand that. It's just ridiculous. The guitars are so suffocated. I just can't, when I listen to this, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, I want to be able to like your albums post hiatus. But I don't know, man. It's just like, as a fan, I don't, it's just like, that's the thing though. It's like, you don't, as a fan of someone, you don't have to be a fan of everything they put out. And I feel like so many people don't get that. And I don't know if it's just that Fall Out Boy have a younger fan base now, now that they're still kind of relevant in 2018 with, you know, kids on YouTube that are now finding these bands, and there's like a whole new generation of teenies that like Fall Out Boy that are very, very fervent in their defense of them. But yeah, I don't know. It's not, that album's not really my thing right now, so. Feels like them killing Carl was a mistake. Yeah, bit of a mistake. Whenever I hear someone continue to hate on Carl even now, I'm always like, fight me, dude, fight me. Honestly, though, I'm just like, how can you eat, like, after all of this, after everything they put the character through, after all the growth that he has done as a character, you're still gonna find things to complain, like, stop. Did you hear they replaced Scott Gimple? Yes, and I think it's kind of funny. I don't want to call you out, but you accidentally wrote Scoot. I don't know if you meant to do that on purpose, but then it just makes me think of the way some people call him Scoot Pimple, which is too much. Let's see. February, hurry the hell up. Honestly, I'm not excited. February can take its time. Also, I haven't gathered all the footage for my Carl video yet that I'm editing, so I need more time to do that. So, because I'm gonna hopefully finish the video with whatever footage we get from the mid-season premiere, so gotta get that going. Let's see. Acknowledge me, please, says Ronnie Valencia. Hello. Anthony Espinoza says, hello. Are you related to Rosita? Do you think Michonne or Rick will be more affected by Carl's death? I mean, I don't even know. Like, at this rate, like, the way they write their characters is so, like, up and down, left and right. Like, I have a feeling Rick's just gonna walk away as if nothing happened, and then Michonne's probably gonna be the one that's gonna be all torn up about it. Let's see. Yeah, you changed the description of that video and threw so much shade at me, yo. LOL. But anyway, you're one of the best reactors in the stream. Is good so far. Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, throw shade at you, so to speak. It's just I know that, you know, if I get one comment in that vein, that other ones are sure to come. So I was just like, let me just nip this in the bud to, like, anyone that is going to leave a similar comment. What are your thoughts on season 9 and the Whispers without Carl? Have the Whispers been confirmed? Because I'm still not even sure about how that's gonna go down. Like, because that could be really weird. Like, let's be real. People walking around wearing walker skin translating to television could be a little weird, a little cartoony. Don't know how that's gonna go over. Let's see. My favorite song you did was the Carl Papa cover. Thanks. Fall Out Boy's biggest mistake was attaching themselves to the train wreck Ghostbusters. Yeah, I mean, I still haven't seen that movie. I actually think... No, actually, I watched it on a plane over someone's shoulder when I went to New York, I think. Was it New York? Or I'm trying to think of the last place I went where I was on a plane. I think it was New York. And I watched, like, an hour of it, like, over someone's shoulder on a plane. And, and yeah, it didn't, like, without sound, it didn't seem that bad, but maybe it was. I don't know. And it's kind of funny because I listened back to their cover of the Ghostbusters theme recently, and it wasn't, like, as bad as I remembered it. I mean, it still wasn't good, but I mean, like Patrick sounds really good on that song. I kind of like the funky thing they gave it, you know, with the whatever. I'm like, okay. But yeah. Trying so hard to understand their direction, but it's difficult. The only song I sort of enjoyed was Heaven's Gate, but it could have been better. Same, because I was like, ooh, this is like doo-wop-y, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to hear doo-wop music from Fall Out Boy? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why do I want to hear that? And it doesn't sound like Fall Out Boy. It sounds like Patrick Stump with like a beat and doo-wop style music and a big chorus. Like, that's what it sounds like, you know? Let's see. Who was closer to you, Glenn or Carl in The Walking Dead? Carl, obviously, but I like blew up in my Glenn reaction because it was after a 6-month drought, okay? It was after a 6-month wait. Every day on YouTube, there was a new theory video coming out. Everyone was wondering who the heck got killed. I was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't breathe leading up to that episode. I couldn't sleep the night before. I kid you not. My stomach was in knots. I genuinely was hyperventilating and shaking in my reaction video. It's so funny because people really do try to say, they're like, oh, you're playing this up, you're faking, like, this can't be real, calm down. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's literally how I am. Like, everyone, like, my mom thinks I'm crazy, but I really could not sleep. The night before the season 7 premiere, I was so nervous, because I really believed that it could have been anyone. I didn't think it was going to be Carl, but in the back of my head, I was like, who knows? They might go crazy and make it be him. And I was so nervous. And you can see in my full reaction to that episode that I am just like a mess. Like my heart, like I literally thought I was going to pass out. Like that's how bad I get. So, and it's not just Walking Dead. Like I get like this over anything that I'm invested in. So I got like that over the finale of Degrassi. Okay, I kid you guys not. When they announced that Degrassi was canceled as far as being on television anymore, on Teen Nick or whatever, I literally was so invested in especially the characters of Eli and Claire. Don't know if any of you guys ever watched Degrassi or know anything that I'm talking about, but I was so invested in those two characters and their relationship, and at the time, Claire was pregnant, and I was like, oh man, like, my favorite couple's having a baby, whatever, and there was such drama around that, and I was so, like, on the edge of my seat, waiting for this, and then well, spoilers, she had a miscarriage or lost the baby. Oops, sorry if you're binging Degrassi right now. But yeah, and I had no idea how they were going to end their relationship, and I was so nervous. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I was kind of the way I was in that reaction video for the freaking finale of Degrassi. Like, I genuinely was, like, jumping out of the couch. There was, like, 2 minutes left, and their relationship wasn't wrapped up yet. And I was like, oh my god! I was like, oh my god, are they gonna leave me? They're gonna leave me hanging? Are you kidding me? Like, I was literally so upset. And my mom was like, Brittany, calm down. Like, calm down. I was like, I can't. So now I'm probably going to be like that, but when Stranger Things comes back, I'm going to be a mess over my Malevolent heart. I can't with pairings sometimes. They just warm my heart, and I can't, so we're going to see what happens with them in Stranger Things 3. You have to wait a freaking, how long? Like a year or something? I'm dead, guys. But yeah. Too bad I didn't think to react to Stranger Things, though. Because I kind of knew I'd like it, but I kind of wanted to make sure I did. So I should have watched, like, the first season and then recorded reactions to the second season, but I didn't think about it because, to me, reactions were to live things, you know, like something that's live once a week or something, so that, you know, so that you know it's new and everything. Because I was always skeptical about people that did reactions to Netflix shows, because I was like, what if they already watched it, like, before they did the react, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, like, it was always a little weird to me, so I didn't think about it. And there's no way I would have been able to space it out because I have no self-control. So I just watched it, bam, straight through season 1 and season 2 after, like, 2 weeks after the premiere of season 2. People were talking about it. My mom was watching it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hop on the train now. And I was just curled up. I have my phone right here. I was curled up in my bed with my little iPhone 5S. Literally just like this. Just curled up, like, every night for a week, just binging Stranger Things. And crying my eyes out. Season 2, episode 8, the end of that, if y'all know what I'm talking about. I was bawling my eyes out during that iconic moment. But yeah, because that's who I am, guys. I guess through doing my reactions and stuff, I have discovered I am a very emotional person. And it's funny because I never thought I was. I never thought I was. But then I was like, yeah, I kind of am a very emotional person, because then I remembered that I cried like a baby on national television when I got eliminated from The Voice. And every time I think about that now, I'm like, wow, like I really, and that's the thing too, like, with people that say, you know, oh, I'm faking my reactions because there's a camera on me or whatever. First of all, like I said, when, like, as I was watching Degrassi, that's how I was reacting, and I was not recording myself. It's just the way I am with forms of entertainment, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, having a camera there has nothing to do with it, because I was on national television and completely forgot that I was. Like, that's how much I don't think of the fact that a camera is on me, because I genuinely, in the moment, was only thinking about the people there in the room. Like, I was not thinking about the fact that this is also going to air on national television. Like that was the furthest thing from my mind. The only thing on my brain was that, wow, I just got eliminated. I'm distraught. And I just cried really bad. And I look like a sore loser, but I'm just an emotional person. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Go back up here. You know what bothered me? Maggie barely grieved Glenn's death. She just supported Daryl. I think that she would hold a grudge instead of not feeling nothing just because I don't understand. Yeah, I thought the same thing too. I think I said that in my reaction to that episode. I was like, oh, don't just forgive him, or something like that. I said something. Because it is, like, Daryl's, like, the show's precious angel baby. Like, let's be real. His face is on all the merch. You know, Mrs. Daryl Dixon things exist. Items and products, you know. So, like, he can get away with murder. Like, quite almost literally. So, you know. Yeah. I don't like Enid. I feel like the only reason she existed was so Carl could have a girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know, but it was pretty obvious, though. Like, the second they went to Alexandria and there was a teenage girl, it was like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do there. Like, you know. For a while, though, I didn't know if they were going to. I was like, oh, maybe they're just friends. Like that'll be like kind of refreshing in a way, like a guy and a girl are actually just friends. And then they had that awkward kiss before he was gonna go off to metaphorical suicide war thing. Um, um, Enid's whole existence depended on Carl, and he's a goner. I mean, sort of, but but that's how I kind of feel too, though, because it's like she's not related to Rick. She's a semi-new character. I mean, it was season 5 when she came in, which is a while ago now. Um, but, you know, compared to other characters, obviously she hasn't had that much screen time or development, so she's still feels like a semi-new character we don't really know that much about. And, you know, a big part of her character was that she had this thing with Carl, and they were both teenagers and whatever. And, you know, some people have said, well, it doesn't matter, like, that Carl died, because he's not the only teenager on the show. There are still teenagers. There's Enid. And I'm like, but is it the same, though? Like, is it the same? Like, I'm not just talking about, like, oh, The Walking Dead needs, like, all of their bases covered for, like, well, which I do kind of think that they should have, like, all their bases covered for demographics for their viewers. You know, you have the adults, you have Daryl for, like, the women or whatever that watch it, I don't know. Then you just have, like, all the other characters that people can relate to, and then you had your teenagers, you know, you had Enid, you had Carl that people would watch and relate to. There were the fangirls out there that used to watch for Chandler, I guess they're not watching anymore. You know what I mean? So you, like, cut out like bits and pieces of your demographic when you kill people, and it's just kind of like, oh, well, there's still teenagers on the show, there's Enid, and I'm like, okay, but that's not really the same. Like, it's just like, oh, look, there's a teenager on the show. It's like, okay, but what about the teenager that we watched grow up into a teenager, and that's the whole reason we even care about the fact that he's a teenager? Like you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, oh, here's a random teenager, guys. Like, that's not going to make me care, you know? Let's see. Watch Game of Thrones. Main characters die 24/7 on that show. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I've heard. But there's like, and also that one guy, I've seen you in like almost every comment section of The Walking Dead, so thank you for being here. Yeah, so Game of Thrones. I don't know. There's something about like medieval sort of vibes and time period shows that I just can't vibe with. Like, there's something about that period that is just so bleak. And just like I know The Walking Dead is bleak, especially past season 7. But it's like, it's different. Like, it's just something about that sort of vibe that literally sends me into a depression. Like I kid you not. Like, I actually have bipolar depression. And if I sit and, like, just look at images of, like, Game of Thrones, like, because my mom watches that show. So if I, like, just walk out into the living room and she's watching Game of Thrones, within 5 minutes, I feel like I'm crawling out of my skin. And I'm just like, I can't watch this. like, I don't know. And it's funny, too, because I love Harry Potter, and some people are like, well, Harry Potter's bleak and whatever. And yeah, it can be, but, like, at the same time, though, I have to be in the right mood to watch Harry Potter. Like, you know what I mean? I can't just, like, sit down and watch Harry Potter. Like, I'll feel like I'm coming out of my skin. So, I don't know. And also, I don't know if I'm just a really goody two-shoes person when it comes to language and stuff, but I just can't stand hearing swearing every 2 seconds. And I mean, I know it's probably not every 2 seconds, but every time I've popped out and have seen my mom watching it, it's just like every swear in the book just coming off of that show. And I'm like, oh. And then nudity, whatever. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I can't get with this right now. It's just unnecessary. That's like people that are like, oh, I want The Walking Dead to drop an F-bomb, and I wish it was on HBO so that people could be naked. And I'm like, why? Like, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, all I would do is detract from the story at hand here. Let's see, people having a discussion about Enid as a character here. Yeah, Carl can't be replaced. Exactly. I don't care how many babies they have. I don't care how many new people they try to drag into this thing. He ain't gonna be replaced. My other shows do you love besides Walking Dead? Stranger Things. That's really my big obsession right now. Let me actually move my lamp over here for a second. And I'll show you guys my newest purchases in life. My room's a mess though, so if you see my messy room, just don't look. Actually, yeah, you guys can just look at the ceiling. I have my Stranger Things 2 poster next to my Season 1 poster because that's me! And I still have my Green Day poster down, which was literally the first poster I ever bought. I was like 11 years old, and I still have it. I can't bring myself to get rid of it because of the sentimental value, and Green Day and American Idiot changed my life, so I still am keeping that up out of respect. But yeah, I got my Season 1, Season 2. Freaking love this show. I also have a little tour of my room here, I guess, but avoiding all my messy clothes everywhere. I have this little postcard of The Office, also with a Jonas Brothers keychain hanging next to it. Don't know why I still have that, but that was a time in my life in middle school, in freshman year of high school. Still have that. I have a bunch of cool stuff here, like my pass for The Voice that I had, Team Pharrell, whoop whoop. Good time in life. This YouTube pass that I had when I went to the YouTube studios in New York to film my music video for the Amy Winehouse contest. And then a bunch of like passes from when I went to Green Day soundcheck in 2009, which was really unexpected and random. That we got those, so that was awesome. This Fall Out Boy pass from when I met them at a meet and greet at my local radio station's Christmas concert thing that they played at. Yeah, I just have this stuff hanging here, little mementos. This close-up on my face has gotta go. My room's like really dark right now, so you probably can't even see, but that's my Walking Dead stuff. These drawings I got at Walker Stalker. A guy did them. They're like really, really, really great. My little Funko Pops of Grimes family. I have a Rochon coaster. My Walker Stalker wristband from, I think, the first year I went. And yeah, I don't know if you can see those drawings, but they're really freaking good. So I got one of Glenn, because he was like my only other favorite character after Grimes fam. and drawing of when Carl was shot, and Carl, of course. And my poster, my Don't Look Back season 4 poster that I have. I have my Titanic quote on my wall. I figure life's a gift and I don't intend on wasting it, ... to make each day count. Which is an abridged quote that matches my tattoo, which says make it count, because I'm obsessed with Titanic. It's my life. I also have my Titanic charm necklace. I got... what? My black nail polish just fell. On my bedside table, I have my Spidey because it's my only other favorite things. I am a original movie trilogy person. I'm that person. Like, the Raimi films are 10 times better than Homecoming and always will be. Goodbye. That was me. And I still kind of am in that camp, but you know. Over my bed, yeah, I have a picture of Panic at the Disco from oh my god. Kind of, it's kind of stupid because I think it looked vintage because they totally copied Sgt. Pepper's, so I don't know why I'm just not a fan of the Beatles. That's my logic. Yeah, so, yeah, and my framed poster of Titanic. This random art, which I feel like everyone that likes music has, apparently. I'm not unique. Above here I have my actual little, my little Panic at the Disco thing that I did, with art from their album, Pretty Odd. And I had done one a long time ago when I was like, and it was really, really, really bad. And it was with like pictures of them from like 2005, and it was really bad printouts. And I gave it this nice upgrade with like the woman, like their little photos that are in the album booklet and everything. I gave that a little upgrade like a few years ago. And then over here we have some we have my guitar over here in its little corner. I love my teal Telecaster. I'm so glad that I saw that Guitar Center was having a sale on a seafoam green teal Telecaster, because that color is me favorite color. Usually the same color as my nails, but I have to paint them. But yeah, I have this ukulele on my wall that I don't. I know like two. You would think Panic at the Disco is my favorite band from my. They're not, but I just happen to have a lot of their stuff. Oh god. I have. It's really dark, but a framed copy of their record, If You Can't Sweat Out, which is their first album, old copy, which there were only like those made in the world. So plaque, an American Idiot, Green Day plaque. It has a little like 3D effect right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it comes out. It's like a wooden plaque, and black frame. That's basically my room. My room's pretty small. Big. All of my zebra print stuff, because I don't know why. I just like that pattern. And I have it on everything. But on my phone also is teal on the side because aesthetic. And what else do I have? My iPad case is also zebra. My lampshade is also zebra. I don't know why I'm the way I am, but I am. I also have a really, really messy desk. And this thing looks so weird. No one ever knows what the heck it is, but it cleans the sensor in my camera, which it looks obscene. It looks ridiculous, but yeah, that's what that does. But yeah, all my DVDs are like buried behind here. More Titanic stuff. Another Carl, my season 3 Carl Funko, which I guess I just put him here because season serves the main spot. My college diploma, Berklee College of Music, that's me. This drawing of Titanic that my mom assumed that I did when I was like 5. Yeah, I did this like 3 years ago. Clearly, I am an artist, guys. I am so good. But yeah, I don't know why I kept that. Of me, that them on my desk, but high school graduation, yeah. Well, yeah, that's from. Ow. Trying to think of Harry Potter on a wow, I'm glowing. Titanic on a million different forms of media. Ah, that's me. If you guys saw my Titanic movie review discussion video, you would know all the different Titanic stuff I have. Like everything's, my desk is messy. I really need to clean my room. I know, I feel like in every live chat, I'm like grabbing random things off of my messy desk. Whenever you say drawing, I don't know if it's just your accent or me, but I hear it as draw-ring. Is that not how you pronounce it? Is that how we pronounce it in Boston? Oops. Is it drawing? Drawing? Is that how you say it? Yeah, then I pronounce it wrong. I say drawing. I really do. Oh my god. Thank you for pointing that out. Wow. Something tells me that must be a Boston thing. Either that or I'm stupid. I don't, there's no other explanation for that. I really don't know. Wow, though. Yeah, no, that's not you. You're not hearing things. I was pronouncing it drawing. But it's drawing. Drawing! Oh my god! Because in Boston we say things like, we have our own language. Like, it consistently blows my mind when I think about it, because it's ridiculous. I don't even know what's in this bag. Oh, some older Christmas gifts. Yeah, just a bunch of old DVDs. And some wonderful albums right here, guys. Talk about classics, okay? We got the Lizzie McGuire movie soundtrack. Ashley Parker Angel from O-Town, and then he had his own reality show. on MTV or VH1 or something. His album. We have Aaron Carter's Another Earthquake. I just got a text. Ooh, it's from my cousin. She's getting married. She sent out a text to all the bridesmaids that it's time to go dress shopping. Oh, God. I'm so bad. But honestly, though, I'm not bad. Like, I literally am going to end up buying the first dress I see because I'm that casual about it. That's what I kind of meant by bad. Like, no one's going to like shopping with me. Find one dress, put it on. It will fit because I'm very good at guesstimating what will fit on me. And then I'm done. So, yeah. Hilary Duff's Metamorphosis. These are all CDs from my childhood. Panic at the Disco's Fever, You Can't Sweat Out, but this was like my original first copy that I had, that I got like the day it came out. Like the CD's kind of like all ruined because I listened to it so much. Why do I have so much Panic stuff? God. A bootleg version of Live in Denver that I made myself. More Hilary Duff. A different version of Metamorphosis, because she was my idol. Don't know if you guys know that, but Hilary Duff was everything to me. And the Lizzie McGuire TV show soundtrack. And some more Aaron Carter. So these are classic records, guys. That I own here, you know, Be Jealous. I know not everyone can have such a classic CD collection. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm bragging a little bit, but you know, it's a thing, and I have them. So these just timeless music that will never sound dated. Can you sense the sarcasm? Because I'm being sarcastic. I also have season 1, which was the only season of this show called Roller Girls that was on A&E. And I was freaking obsessed with this. I probably shouldn't have been watching it. I was like 13. They were like, these are like women. So obviously they like talked about some stuff and, you know, dressed scantily clad, if you will. But I was obsessed with them. I wanted to be them. I thought they were the coolest girls on the face of the freaking planet. I still think that roller girls are the, you know, derby girls are the coolest women around. I wish I could be, but I'm so not athletically inclined. But at the same time, I love roller skating and I'm quite good at it. And I used to do it all the time when I was younger and obsessed with this show. And yeah, I used to watch this little box set all the time because I just loved watching the action and wishing that I was skating around on that ramp and playing the game. But, you know, now I'm old enough to actually try out for Boston Roller Derby, but I'm not. Because apparently it takes up a lot of time, and it's kind of sad that I don't really have the time to do that, even if I wanted to. But, you know, I wish I could. Because I'd love to see if I could, like, actually do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that is something, like, that's kind of on my bucket list. You know, if I could be a roller girl for, like, a week with, like, no commitment or anything and just see if I could actually actually play the game and actually be able to, you know, not die, I would so do that. Because that's, like, a small dream of mine, is to be a roller girl. And I went to, there was, like, a skating summer thing in town. And I went, and Boston Roller Derby, the girls were there, and they were like handing out flyers and skating around, and I was like so nervous. Like I was like, oh my god, they're so cool. I thought they were so cool. And I told them that too. I'm like, I think you guys are so cool. I'm like, cause that's how cool I am. I'm like super nerdy. I go like skating over to them. I'm like, hi, I think you guys are like so cool. And they were like, oh yeah, you should like try out. And I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen, but yeah. um Did you see that roller derby movie with Drew Barrymore? Yes, I did. Whip it, because I love roller derby. I do, and I saw there was like a movie about it, or like, you know, surround. And it's actually, that movie is based on TXRD, Texas Roller Derby, which this reality show is of. Like, this reality show was about Texas Roller Derby, which that movie is based on. And as you can see, those girls, they played, well, the three, one, two, three, whatever. The ones on the edge and the middle play for the Holy Rollers, which is a name they kept in that movie as one of the teams. So, fun fact there. So, of course, I wanted to see it because I watched that reality show of the actual league. So I was like, oh, I'll have to go see that movie. And I do like that movie. I actually do like that movie. Because, of course, I'm like such an annoying romantic, like, deep down in my soul. So, like, I liked the bits with Ellen Page's character and Landon Pig. I think that's the name of the actor. I don't know. So, of course, I liked those moments and whatever that drew me into the story a little more. But yeah. Okay, guys. I've made it to an hour and 2 minutes, basically. I usually wrap up in an hour. My throat usually starts hurting because I've talked too much, which it is right now. That's how I always know it's my cue. And yeah, the SAG Awards are on tonight. Stranger Things is nominated for 4 things, so rooting for that. Excited to watch. They probably won't win anything because they're up against The Handmaid's Tale, which has been sweeping everything, I guess. So we'll see what happens. That one guy says, "Oh yeah, I've seen you on Trev's Chan too before." Yeah, I frequent the channels, so to speak, I guess. But yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Time for me to go eat. I'm eating a little late, but time for me to go eat, curl up, watch the SAG Awards, and then someday this week, I'm going to go to my Nana's house and watch episodes 8 and 9 of Stranger Things 2 with her because she started watching it recently and she seems to really like it. She keeps texting me with like little updates. She's like, "Oh, I just watched episode 6. Oh, what's happening with whatever?" I'm like, "Oh, so cute." I love it. So, but I want to see her reaction to some of my favorite moments, which are in episode 8 and 9. So, and I just love watching those episodes. I could watch them over and over. They're so good. So I'm actually looking forward to that, which is ridiculous because it's like when I was looking forward to seeing Titanic over and over again in the movie theater. Like, you see the same thing again and again. It's not going to change, but you keep watching it. So, but yeah, guys. So thank you for being here. I accidentally was broadcasting on my side channel today, but I started, so I figured I might as well not stop and keep going. So thank you guys for being here, and I will see you all next week. Hopefully on time. All right, bye.